Hello and welcome to the Local Technical Official video training series. In the last video we looked at the Local Technical Official and the Technical Official pathway. In this video we'll look at the history behind the formation of the ITU, which is the International Triathlon Union. We will look at triathlon as a multi-sport, how it's evolved over the years, and then we'll also spend some time looking at what triathlon is and the family of triathlon and multi-sport. We'll conclude with looking at the two most important technical officials for any race, the Technical Delegate and the race referee. The Triathlon Union, or ITU, was founded in 1989 and is recognised by the International Olympic Federation as the international governing body for the sport of triathlon. Every year the ITU conducts world championships for age group and elite athletes in the sports of triathlon, para-triathlon and various multi-sports events. The first World Championships was held at Avignon in 1989. Take a look.
Du monde officiel de triathlon, Mark Allen. Ovation formidable pour cet Américain qui est peut-être au bout de sa carrière sportive. Il aura peut-être encore 1 ou 2 ans au plus haut niveau. Mais il est certain que les plus belles années sont maintenant derrière lui. Fantastique champion de 31 ans qui devient le premier champion du monde officiel de triathlon. Mark Allen, grand favori qui, comme prévu, après avoir eu très peur durant les parcours de natation et de vélo, remporte le championnat. Maintenant l'écart sur les suivants, car la course est loin d'être terminée pour les...
The sport has come a long way since 1989, and who can forget the debut of triathlon at the 2000 Olympic Games in Sydney. The blue carpet, the standalone bike racks, the stadium have all become part and parcel and iconic features of modern triathlon. Triathlon is now 30 years old under the ITU, and take a look at last year's grand final in Lausanne 2019 to see how far the sport has changed and come along.
Front though, Blumenfeld going his own merry way for a first ever WTS victory. He's had a whole load of podiums but never crossed the line first. That was all about to change, and a disappointing season would finish on a huge high for the popular Norwegian. His first ever WTS victory, and you can see exactly what it meant to him. No one anywhere close. He could saunter over the line with the Norwegian flag. A look back would see Mario Mola coming home in second place. He won the first event of the season, had a bit of a mid-season dip, Mola.
Of our affiliation with the ITU, which comprises of 120 national federations, officials at the ITU event are typically accredited within the ITU Technical Official Education Programme, of which Triathlon Ireland is accredited. Triathlon Ireland is recognised by the ITU and Sport Ireland, Sports and I as the governing body for the conduct of triathlon, para-triathlon and various multi-sports events in Ireland. TI gets funded through the Sports Council, the Olympic Council, and the athletes who qualify for funded programmes have to do so under the structure of the governing body. Now, there is another triathlon organisation which we are all very familiar with, Ironman. Ironman has been around a lot longer than the ITU. The primary differences, apart from distances, has been for years the Ironman rules have been somewhat different to the ITU rules, which has caused a lot of confusion, particularly with athletes from, say, America, where the sport was, if you could say, invented. But over the last few years, the two organisations have signed a memorandum of understanding, and now Ironman's events, because they're largely now officiated by ITU officials, have adopted the ITU rules as part of their rule system, which is great. Triathlon isn't just swim, bike, run. There's also duathlon, which is run, cycle, run, aquathlon, swim, run, aquabike, swim, cycle, cross triathlon, duathlon, swim and cycle. Competitors compete the course as fast as possible with no stops or break between each discipline. Triathlon is multisport. Pause the video and take some time to test yourself. So, did you get it right? Let's see. Standard distance swim is 1500 meters. Standard distance bike is 40 kilometers. Standard distance run is 10. The minimum age for the team relay is 15. The minimum age for sprint distance is 16. And the minimum age for standard distance is 18. You'll notice that for middle and long distance, there is a fair bit of scope for the distances between the swim, bike and run segment. And of course, these distances are different to that of Ironman. They're more proportionate. Ironman, the swim is the least proportionate out of all of them. Whereas a long distance triathlon, there's more emphasis placed in the swim than there would be in Ironman. Hence why, probably another reason why people prefer to do Ironman, if you're anything like me. Not to forget there's winter triathlon. Not something we need to concern ourselves about in Ireland, but you do have a whole suite of multisports for winter triathlon. So on to the size and structure of the technical team. For every event, Triathlon Ireland will provide one technical official for about every 100 competitors. If it's a high-profile event like a championship, Triathlon Ireland might provide a few more officials. If it's a new event, there might be some extra officials, and depending on the requirements of the event, if it's a particularly technical or potentially more dangerous course, you might find more technical officials assigned. The two main officials assigned are the technical delegate and the race referee. This is what's called a senior technical team. The technical delegate is the most senior official of the team. They liaise with the race director before, during and after the event to ensure that it's safe and fair, and they assign the various roles of officials on race day. They are also the one to provide a post-race report to Triathlon Ireland about the safety and fairness. The technical delegate traditionally should be somebody who has some race organiser experience and who understands the cut and thrust of organising an event. The race referee is responsible for monitoring the fairness of the event. They advise the team on how the rules will be interpreted based on the status of the event, is the only official with the authority to disqualify a competitor. We'll more about that later. They're also responsible for the well-being of the team. This may involve organising resources and accommodation for the team, and they implement the technical assignments that have been allocated by the technical delegate. So one way to look at this is the technical delegate is the official who is operationally responsible for the event and directly liaises with the race director. The race referee is the person responsible for the rules and ensuring the results are signed off and the officials are doing their job. They're very, very different roles, and they're also very, very different types of thinking. Race referee needs to know the rules, needs to be able to communicate the rules and understand how rules are implemented. The technical delegate is someone who's a problem solver, can move barriers to identify risk and safety hazards. So how does the Triathlon Ireland technical official system fit within the ITU? Whether it's an Olympic Games, a World Championships, a European Cup, or even a national championships in some countries, the structure of the technical official system is the exact same. The technical delegate and race referee are at the top of the technical official team tree, along with the race director. For big events, you might have registration officials, swim officials, who would work with their counterparts on the local organising committee. So if you've got your head of registration, your head of bike, your head of swim, your head of run, which are positions we would be familiar with race organisers, under the ITU system, there should be and there could be an official who works directly with that person.